Good morning, Dreamhouse Nation. James Lewis of TDH joining us from Kalahari Resorts and Conventions is Andrea Toccacelli. Andrea, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
So what are the Kalahari Resorts?
Kalahari Resorts and Conventions is a really cool family destination spot. It's home to America's largest indoor water parks, and it's a really great destination for families, especially this time of year coming up, the holidays. It's a favorite time in our resorts, and we love when families come and celebrate their traditions with us.
That is so cool that it is indoor, because originally when somebody was telling me about you all, I'm like, well, why are we going to have them on in, October, November? That doesn't make any sense because it's going to be cold out. You can't go to when they're not like, no, it's indoors. And it's the biggest. That is so cool. So how did it all get started?
So, our owners, they went to Africa in the mid-90s or so, and they were really inspired by that trip, the culture, the spirit, the artistry that they came across while they were there. And they wanted to bring that back to the States. They are from the Wisconsin Dells area, which is where our very first resort and convention center was built in 2000. And they really tried hard to put that reflect the beauty of the African culture within the resort. It really became popular there, and the Nelson family expanded the indoor water park to become the largest one in the country at that time. And then they further ventured into Ohio. So in about May of 2005, Kalahari expanded to the second location, which is in Sandusky, Ohio, which is where I am. And within 3 years or so, that was the nation's largest indoor water park at 173,000 square feet. So we're not talking a little pool here. And you go in and it's 84 degrees and sunny all day long inside. So it's perfect winter destination.
That sounds amazing. I was going to say that's how it should always be, is 84 and sunny. Yeah, something our listeners should definitely check out. So Where in Sandusky are you located?
So, we're in Sandusky, Ohio, which is right up on the northern part of the state, right on Lake Erie. We have a couple other locations across the country. We're spread out a little bit, so we can service a lot of different areas. We have our newest location in Round Rock, Texas, which is just north of Austin area. We've got a really pretty location in the Poconos Mountains in Pennsylvania, and then, of course, the original one in Wisconsin Dells. So we really do service a lot of different parts of the country.
And that location that is in Florence, Kentucky, I hear really great things.
So, we really don't have anything. We've got a couple different things down the way, but it's worth the drive to come up to Sandusky to experience the resort and how large it is. It's a really easy kind of staycation spot, especially if you're in one of the surrounding areas, Kentucky or Indiana or Pennsylvania even. To take a quick drive. You don't have to get on the airplane or mess with the airport or anything like that. And it's really easy to just, take a few days with the family.
Oh, definitely. That is the way to go. I was just throwing it out there because once or twice I've had a guest on the show and I suggested a new location and they're like, yeah, how'd you know we're planning that? So I was just fishing there.
Awesome, wasn't it?
It was worth a shot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we definitely are in growth mode. I mean, we're not going to stick with just the 4. We've got lots of plans and stars on the map of where we'd like to go next. So maybe we will give Kentucky a shot.
That would be awesome. So why are your parks so much fun for all ages?
So I'm going to speak to this one personally because honestly, I'm a mom of 4 boys, and my boys they range in age from high school all the way down to preschool. So we have a large family, and they love coming to mom's work. Let me just say that. But for me, I look for destinations that every single person in my family is going to get something out of. So for the younger boys, we've got some really great toddler-friendly water park features. And for the older boys, they're thrill seekers. They want the rides and they want the slides and kind of that daredevil mentality. For me, I'm going to pass on those kinds of things, but honestly, you could find me in the spa there or, maybe grabbing a really great dinner and a glass of wine with my husband. So, there's just a lot of different things to do, whether it's the water park or the spa or we have a huge game room. It's like an arcade on steroids. And so just tons of fun things. And we love our food too. So it really can feel like an all-inclusive stay. You don't really need to leave the property once you've come on.
So is it open 365, or is it just, what are the hours?
We're open every single day of the year. Like I said, we've got that huge indoor water park space, which is open all day long. It's great because that actually comes with your stay. So the water park passes are included, which is amazing. And then, you can enjoy the water park the day that you're there, and you can enjoy the water park the day that you check out. So say you're just coming for one day, for one night, you can use it both days. We love having people there. But there's just a ton of things inside to do. So like I said earlier, this time of year is a perfect time to come visit us.
So besides the water park, what are some of your other attractions?
Well, like I mentioned a little while ago, the big game room is so much fun. Even my husband, even the big kids, the parents love it. Tons of things in there, whether it's glow in the dark mini golf or we've got some laser tag in there, and there is a couple escape rooms. So if you like to get creative and think outside the box, those are really fun for the whole family to try. A virtual arcade with the virtual gaming, and then of course all the traditional type of arcade games as well. But aside from the big game room, we do have some really cool features in our outdoor area. So in our spring, summer, and fall months, we feature our Safari Outdoor Adventure Park, it's a golf course if you like mini golf, if you like some thrilling things with zip lining and rock climbing. So it's kind of an outdoor adventure park. For those kinds of thrill seekers, when you want to go all the way up to the top and zip down to the next side. That's a lot of fun for a lot of people. So if you get tired of the water, there's still a lot more to do.
That is awesome. Like you were saying, it feels all inclusive. It includes everything you'd want. So there's no reason to leave, basically.
Right. Yeah, and you come in, you park your car, which parking's free, by the way. I know that sounds silly, but these days you never know. And so you park your car, you just come right in. We've got lots of great eateries on site too. So we feature a couple different of our key restaurants. We've got Sortino's Italian Kitchen, which is authentic Italian, a little fancier, great pasta, nice wine selection. And then we have our Belux Bar and Grill, which is a gourmet burger shop with shakes out of this world. We put everything you can imagine on these milkshakes, even donuts. So that's a really fun family restaurant. And then we've got tons of other little eateries throughout the resort too. So if you just need a breakfast or a snack or a lunch, we've got lots of different options there. We've got a lot of different accommodations too. So I could go there with my husband and have it be a nice little couples weekend, but we can accommodate families of all sizes. So you want to bring grandma and grandpa, we've got 890 guest rooms and suites, including 6 of these really cool entertainment villas that are outside our property, but they're right there on the same section of land. And you could have your whole family reunion out in one of those if you wanted. So there's a lot of different options there for the stay too.
Wow. It sounds like there's something for everybody.
There really is.
And then you mentioned about your fondness of the spa, so you can relax, rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so it is a full-service spa and salon. Body treatments and massage and facials are fairly normal in that environment, but we also feature some really cool things that you don't find at every other spa in the area. We have a halotherapy salt cave, so we use pink Himalayan salt, and it's a breathing therapy that you can sit in there and relax before or after one of your treatments, and it's really great for the respiratory system. We have a beautiful new sauna that is a nice addition to any one of those traditional services. And it's just a really great calming space. So you have a lot of stimulation in this resort between the arcade and the water park. And if you're there for the outdoor months, and taking advantage of our outside, you might need that little bit of relaxation at the end of your day. I say to my husband, I'm going to leave this one up to you. You take those kids in the water. I'm going to spend 2 hours for myself. So it's a really nice space, and we're glad to have it.
Nice. And then, of course, either after a big meeting or after the most important day of your life, the wedding, it's always nice to be able to have a place to relax.
Yeah, that's one item of our resort. It's one area that sometimes gets forgotten about because all the excitement is down on the resort side where the water park is. But we have a wonderful convention center space. We have 215,000 square feet of meeting space with 3 huge ballrooms, 39 different meeting rooms, and a really great food and beverage category in our business down there, where you can put on a wedding for up to 500,000 people if you wanted, or if you have a need to have your company come together in a really great space. You've got that professional side down there where you're meeting and gathering, but I'll tell you, our convention goers, they love bringing their families with them to these conventions because their family gets to enjoy the benefit of the other side. So it's a really great option for any businesses in the area that are looking to pull together and meet. And it's great that we're meeting again in person. So it's nice to see that those companies are coming back into the convention space.
That is awesome. And of course, for our families, our listeners, they are always looking for specials. They're looking for packages. They're looking for add-ons. Tell us about those.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can plan your entire stay at KalahariResorts.com. You can see all of our locations there. You select on which one you would like to go to, and then from there you begin building the vacation that you really want to be in. You can add on a bunch of things to your room if you'd like and do it all ahead of time, but there's lots of information there, different specials throughout the year, and the holidays are coming up, so we've got some really great Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's specials going on. So if you'd like to spend your holiday with us, and it's hard to think of what to buy the kids anymore. So what my family's been doing is, when you kind of have what you need, now you buy the experiences and you create these memories that are going to last a lifetime. So we love this time of year, and we really hope that your listeners will be interested in coming up and taking a look.
Yeah, I agree with you. The experiences are much better than buying something that they're going to put in their closet and, forget about, where this is going to be something that memory that'll last the rest of their life. So before we let
Yeah.
you go, where on social media, where on the web, where can we find out more about you?
Yes, so KalahariResorts.com is the best place to start, but you can see us on Facebook and Instagram as well. But I trust when I say you will not regret coming and having a stay with us.
That is awesome. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thanks, James. Have a great day.
Appliance Factory in Mattress Kingdom has products in stock and available to take home today. With 5 stores and almost 40 years in business, they are Ohio's appliance experts, and they help you to get the right product at the right price with a huge inventory. You can save 30 to 60% every day on everything from Bosch and Viking to LG, GE, and KitchenAid at unbeatable savings and in stock. Plus, Mattress Kingdom inside Appliance Factory has everything from Tempur-Pedic and Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and DreamCloud mattresses in stock. Stop by any one of Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom's 5 Ohio locations today, or visit online at appliancefactory.com.
Good morning, Dreamhouse Nation. James Lewis of TDH joining us today. From Glowbox is Jesse. Jesse, thank you for joining us today.
Hey, James. Appreciate that very much.
So what is Glowbox?
All right, yeah. So Glowbox, a lot of folks have probably seen something similar to what a Glowbox is. They've been around, since the late 70s and through the duration of the 80s. But back then they were made with fluorescent bulbs. So with the innovation of LEDs, we were able to hone in on technology and create a LED movie poster frame, is what we refer to them as far as our terminology goes. And what they do is they basically allow you to put any print or graphic into our Glowbox, and they illuminate them just like at the movie theaters. So a lot of folks nowadays are creating their own home theaters and media rooms, man caves. So they're very ideal for those type of environments. And essentially, you're able to set up your home theater just like the movie theater and bring to life your favorite movie posters.
That is awesome. I was a big Blockbuster's guy back in the day, loved working there, and I always
Right.
wanted to bring that feeling of the theater home, and it seems like Glowbox is the way to do that.
Yeah, most definitely. You capture the magic of the movies, and it creates that environment, to where you can actually have it at home. A lot of folks don't realize that you can that there is a product that is out there that exists like this. So that's what we do at Glowbox. We're trying to really raise the awareness globally that a product like this does exist, and you can actually have it for home use. I as well grew up through the '80s, very nostalgic, with the mall scene and the arcade scene, and just reminiscing growing up during that time period, and the poster art just really stuck with me. So it was riveting to be able to kind of create my own company and really share that experience with everyone else that kind of holds that dear to their heart, or for anyone that didn't get to experience that time period, is able to kind of take that time capsule and bring it into their home. And again, like I said, you can literally light up any movie poster. It could be something from the 70s, from the 80s, or a current release blockbuster. So yeah.
That is awesome. Yeah, I was going to say our listeners love the classics, love the 80s, and shoot, what are the benefits of a Glowbox?
So when I started this, I honed in on kind of our competition pros and cons with their prototypes. With that, I was able to create our Glowbox, which one of the most commonly seen or issued flaws with the light box is the light bleeding out of the corner. So poor craftsmanship, as well as hot and cold spots across the panel where the actual poster glows. So when you're looking at the poster, there's like dark spots and then there's light spots. With us, it goes through each unit. When it goes through production, it goes through a 100-point inspection. So we really honed in on eliminating any of those flaws. At the same time, keeping our units very sleek, so they're underneath an inch in depth. But it allows you to showcase your movie poster, and you don't see anything that's going to kind of distract you, as some of the cheaper made light boxes out there will. So no hot or cold spots, and easily change out the movie poster at any time after you mount it up on the wall. At our company, we're family owned and operated. We go up and beyond as far as customer service. So we put ourselves out there to treat folks not just like a number. You're able to call us. You're able to message us through our text line 7 days a week. So that way, if you have any issues, if you have any questions about the setups, you want to get creative, folks get very creative with their setups. There's what you call the floating look, where you have an LED behind the Glowbox, and it kind of creates the ambiance. And if you check out, if you just look up Glowbox LLC, or you look at our website, www.glowbox.shop, you're able to see a lot of the customers' pictures of their setups, as well as testimonials and reviews. And that's how we differentiate from our competition. Again, we're family owned and operated. We make our units in the United States. And then customer service is second to none. And on top of that, you get a top shelf LED Glowbox frame where you can easily switch out your movie poster at any time. So
in other words, it's all about quality, it's all about convenience, and it's all about great customer service. And the thing I'm most impressed with by your company, because unfortunately not a lot of companies say this nowadays, because it's not true for them, but with you all it is, right, made in the United States.
Yeah, that's huge for us. Being a family-ran business and just producing our units here in the United States. So a lot of folks will tell us that we get that feedback quite a bit. That folks will come to us for the sole reason that we do actually manufacture our LED light box frames here in the United States. We cater to the customer base as well with their orders. They're custom made, so it's not like you go on the website, you just order something, and you don't get any TLC. With us, you do, and you can call and talk to us about your projects and pictures. and we'll help as far as letting you know about cord placement. You get to choose if you want the cord out of the back of the unit or if you want it out of one of the edges. And a lot of companies, they don't offer that. And with this, if you don't want to see the electrical cord, because every light box does have electrical cord. We did look into battery operated, but as far as our feedback goes, especially from commercial use, we were told many times that it's so much more consistent and reliable to go with electrical. With that being said, there's been a wide array of customer base that have gotten back to us and came up with different arrangements for how they set up and have the cord out of the back. And you can see on our website 2 different popular setups, one with the recessed outlet and then one with the floating look. So yeah, most definitely, made in USA. It's a huge staple for what we do and what we stand for here at Glowbox.
That is awesome. So where is the best place for the Dreamhouse Nation to buy a Glowbox?
Yeah, our website, actually. Again, it's just the www.glowbox.shop. Literally, organically, you can find us on Google. If you just type in the word Glowbox, we came up with a name that is short, concise, and to the point. These are light boxes, and that's the terminology that was used. But to raise the awareness and to allow the customer to come up or to have a term that'll kind of stick in their head. That's why we came up with the word Glowbox. It's to the point. So again, you can just literally Google the word Glowbox, and it'll come up with results from pictures of customers that they shared with us to testimonials and reviews, both commercial and residential. These work for all walks of life. And the beauty as well, most folks do get them for movie posters. The 27 by 40 is the standard size. Now, it used to be 90s in the 90s and in the 80s. The standard for theatrical one sheets was 27 by 41, and they were single sided. The movie studios realized that, hey, these are for promotional use. These posters, we're sending them to theaters nationwide. They're putting these things in these light boxes. Again, the old school ones with fluorescent bulbs that will fade out your poster, and electrically, your bill was very high with those things versus the LED and the modern technology. But they did realize that, hey, movie theaters are actually putting these in light boxes. So the standard made a change, and they went ahead and started making them 27 by 40. So they cut them down an inch. And then they mirror image printed on the back. So essentially they're double side printed. And that way when they're illuminated and they glow, they're more saturated. The colors are. They look more bold versus faint with just a single layer of print. But you'll see those differences. And what I was kind of getting to is that we have the ability to make a glow box all the way up to like 152 inches. So for movie theaters and enthusiasts, you can get creative with these things. People have made 5-inch by 25-inch glow boxes for the milers, the movie poster milers. Like when you walk into the movie theater and you go into the actual entrance of the theater, you look up, it's got the miler above it. Those are steadily available on eBay and Amazon, 5 by 25 milers. So folks, a lot of times will get those to kind of match and coordinate with their 27 by 40 movie poster. One of our partners, movieposters.com, I definitely recommend them for 27 by 40 or 27 by 41 original movie posters. And if you use the promo code GLOW10, you'll get a percentage off that. But they're great people, great folks over there at movieposters.com. If you need a movie poster to complement your glow box, again, these things are very interchangeable. So with ease, they come assembled. So not a lot of work. They do have 4 drill holes and screws mounting hardware. So it's super easy to put up. You might need kind of one person to help put the poster up. But other than that, again, yeah, we just have such enthusiasm for what we do and just raising that awareness to the nation and globally about what Glowbox is and how we can cater to you and let your creativity and your imagination come to fruition.
That is awesome. We do love family-owned businesses that are operated, made in the United States, and it sounds like with those customizational options, that your products are perfect not just for residential but also commercial use, which says a lot because, quite frankly, if a product is good enough to be used commercially, well, then that's something you're going to want at your house because that is going to be the highest quality.
Most definitely. Totally agree there. And yes, on our website, we actually list a lot of the commercial jobs that we've done. We do have to get kind of permission from those folks before we do list. But if you check out our website, you'll see a list of the commercial jobs that we do. We've done, from casinos to different churches and high schools and colleges, universities. We've done stuff for professional athletes. We've done stuff for celebrities as well. So on top of that, just every home that we could help illuminate and create that next level home theater, we would go up and beyond as far as helping out anybody that has any questions and is kind of up in the air. When you're dealing with purchasing online, it can be very intimidating, and we understand that. I mean, selling on Amazon and eBay since the early 2000s, I know that better than anybody. I've had horrible experiences purchasing different goods online and then being disappointed with the product when it gets there, and then reaching out and getting a call center and having to jump through so many hoops to get an answer. And so that kind of manifested the business plan with Glowbox and like our ideals and like our mission statement as far as what we stand for. All those bad experiences personally that I've dealt with, our team's dealt with, we all brought this to the table and we made sure to hone in on how we could go up and beyond when it comes to customer service and not feeling just like a number. So again, I reiterate for folks to really check out like the Google review system for Glowbox. You'll see the testimonials with my name dropped as far as going up and beyond and really just holding the folks' hands as they purchase, before they purchase, while they purchase, and after they purchase. What's awesome is our product. It's such a niche business and it's such a unique item where folks will proactively reach out to me even years later after they get our glow boxes, and they'll reach out to me with pictures and be like, "Hey Jesse, check out this new poster." So there's excitement, and with a lot of business models and a lot of businesses out here, you don't get that. So it gives me goosebumps, and I love to help people, and I love to share that excitement with folks. A lot of times I'll get on the phone when someone calls and I'll talk to them for 45 minutes or an hour. I don't even mean to. It's just the passion that kind of goes into Glowbox and what it stands for. Unfortunately, I lost my mom back in 2015, and she has everything to do with growing up and being such a movie lover and taking me to Blockbusters and then giving me their old movie posters and me just plastering all over my wall. She promoted that stuff. She pushed Glowbox to become what it was. So essentially, I owe a lot to my mom for this. And Glowbox does represent something so much more than just some kind of business that's trying to be lucrative and make money. We're not out for money. We're here to help folks bring excitement and showcase really cool poster art.
That is awesome that you are so passionate about what you do and so dedicated to your customers. Before we let you go, Jesse, where on social media, where on the web, where can we find out more about Glowbox?
We are saturated all over the internet. So the best place, again, is our website, www.glowbox.shop. We're on Facebook, Glowbox, and it's under LLC, world famous LED poster frames. World famous again because we do this all over the world. Our units are featured in Germany, Australia, the UK, and homes and businesses all over the United States, out in Hawaii. Anyone that's in the military, my cousin's part of the team. He's in the Army and he's part of our team. So anyone that's in the military, reach out to us. We'd love to help you out, give you a little percentage off for your services. We're on Twitter, Instagram. It's Glowbox_frames. And again, just if you type in the word Glowbox LLC, you will be blown away with our as far as where we're located on the internet. We're everywhere. But the best place I would say, again, is our website, because it kind of contains everything that you need to know as far as our information, our background, and then our different products. We're featured on Etsy as well, eBay, Amazon. But yeah, if you can't find us, then we'll make sure to get better about where we're at on the internet. But I assure you that you'll be able to find us if you just put the word Glowbox LLC in Google.
Sounds great, Jesse. It's been a pleasure having you on the show today.
Yeah, man, I truly appreciate you guys, and have a wonderful rest of the week. And with the holidays approaching, we're running some specials, so be sure to reach out to us, and I look forward to it. And thank you for having us as a guest on your show. We truly appreciate you, brother.
Appliance Factory in Mattress Kingdom has products in stock and available to take home today. With 5 stores and almost 40 years in business, they are Ohio's appliance experts, and they help you to get the right product at the right price with a huge inventory. You can save 30 to 60% every day on everything from Bosch and Viking to LG, GE, and KitchenAid at unbeatable savings and in stock. Plus, Mattress Kingdom inside Appliance Factory has everything from Tempur-Pedic and Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and DreamCloud mattresses in stock. Stop by any one of Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom's 5 Ohio locations today, or visit online at appliancefactory.com.
Good morning, Dreamhouse Nation. James Lewis of TDH joining us today from TuneUp-Energy is Robert Schmoke. Robert, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on, James.
Robert, could you tell our listeners, what is TuneUp-Energy?
TuneUp-Energy is actually a trademark name for a line of products we're developing to help athletes, to help them tune up their minds, tune up their bodies, and tune up their game, whatever sport they play. So in the same way, if you were entering your car in a race, you would tune up the engine, right?
Of course.
Carburetor, fuel injection, spark plugs, whatever. So if you're an athlete entering a race or competition, you should, in the same token, tune up your mind and your body to perform better, right?
Makes sense.
So that's exactly what our products are designed to do.
Nice. So how did it get started?
Well, I'm actually in the golf business, and a customer of mine sent me some samples of some products about 3 years ago. And quite frankly, I was a bit skeptical. Some of them had CBD in them and things, and I tried them, and after trying and seeing and actually feeling firsthand what they could do, I was convinced. So I decided to go full scale into researching and testing tons of different natural herbs and supplements in order to find an optimal, effective blend of ingredients to make up TuneUp-Energy gel. And that was about 3 years ago, and we've done actually hundreds of trials and formulations, different formulas and experiments. And finally, we're ready to launch our first product, which is called TuneUp-Energy Gel. It's a 1-ounce packet of delicious drinking gel with 40 milligrams of citrus-derived CBD and 1,000 milligrams of adaptogens.
Nice. So how can CBD and adaptogen help golfers?
Well, we've got a simple equation. CBD plus adaptogens equals better golf or better sports performance, right? And CBD is actually perfect for golfers because it reduces stress and anxiety by stimulating the binding receptors of serotonin, the happiness hormone. Okay? So actually, whenever you're feeling stressed, your body produces cortisol, which is called the stress hormone. And that's why people get nervous and stressful. But with CBD, it interacts with the excretion of cortisol and releases more dopamine and serotonin, which are like for happiness and motivation and things like that. In the same vein as that, adaptogens, they're a class of natural herbs that literally help your body adapt, hence the name, to physical surroundings. And these are herbs and roots that have been used for centuries in Chinese and Ayurvedic or Indian, in India, healing traditions. And they do this through stabilization of the physiological process of promoting what they call homeostasis. Okay, so these are also designed to help reduce stress and anxiety, to make you feel great and perform very good.
Nice. Now, with it being for golfers, now originally I didn't think golfers were athletes, and then I got to play golf the other day on a LPGA level course, and I found out, oh yeah, it is. They are athletes, because I was exhausted after doing that. I was definitely mistaken. Yeah, I thought, oh, this will be easy. Shoot, we got the carts, and like, no, we even had the carts, and I was still like, oh gosh, halfway through it, I was like, I wanted to be done, but I'm like, no, I'm going to toughen it out. And I was so tired.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing, especially but even for younger golfers or for older golfers, recovery can be a big problem. And actually, when I first tried, I was kind of skeptical of taking a CBD product, and I first went out, and I couldn't believe the clarity it gave me over my shots. Like in golf, if you have a inkling of a second thought in your swing, you can blow your shot. But every shot, I just came back and pulled the trigger, and I sort of know my own body, how I react after walking and carrying my clubs for a full round of golf. I'm tired. Can't wait to get my shoes off. But after this round of golf, I was raring to go. I could have played another round, and I drove back home and then started throwing the rugby ball around with my son. And I was just so hyped up. I couldn't believe it. I felt fantastic. So it's really good for recovery as well. And that's really, so I became a very converted sort of person about doing this. So that's why I really went into it and trying to, develop this type of product for everyone, help everyone's game.
Now, I know folks like me and you, we're not professional athletes. No one's going to drug test us, anything like that. So, or same with my folks who use CBD for pain relief. But what about those athletes that are worried about possibly, having issues with drug tests and CBD?
Well, this is one of the reasons, after doing a lot of research and trying many, many different types of CBD, we did some CBD from Colorado, Kentucky, all over the place. We finally ended up with what they call a citrus-derived CBD. And it's amazing because it has got no relation to cannabis or hemp or THC. So it's derived from the terpenes that are naturally present in the peels of citrus fruit. This company called Pureform developed this. It's actually a patented technology called cyclic terpene assembly, CTA. And they derive the CBD molecule from the terpenes naturally present in citrus. So at the end, you get a 99.5% pure product, but it's completely free from all the legal and sourcing concerns that people might have with hemp-based CBD, and that's in particular for collegiate athletes. So citrus-derived CBD is the main thing on our product. Yeah.
Nice. So it sounds like it's one of the pure forms of CBD.
Yeah, molecularly, it's exactly the same CBD molecule as the CBD that comes from hemp plants. But it's in its pure form, it's odorless and tasteless, as opposed to sometimes you get a strong cannabis smell or taste from other CBDs. And it's perfectly free to use anywhere. And you're never going to fail a drug test. And opposed to there are state regulations against certain hemp-derived CBDs, but citrus CBD can be used nationwide, no problem.
So how do you get CBD from citrus?
Well, again, it's this proprietary technique where it's called cyclic terpene assembly. So terpenes are present in all kinds of things. Terpenes are what give pine needles their aroma.
Oh.
It gives citrus its citrus smell. It even gives lavender its sort of healing effects, calming effects, right? So they just basically assemble the molecular structure of these present terpenes to reconstruct a perfectly 100% identical CBD molecule. And they just use the citrus peels. So that's another benefit of this type of citrus-derived CBD. is we're repurposing, already products from citrus farms. Cannabis farming is very resource intensive. So they say it can use up to 1 million gallons of water per acre. So this is environmentally much more friendly to the environment.
Yeah, because they can take the orange peels that they were going to not use at all. They were going to throw them away, I guess, from orange juice mills and things like that, and they can use that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah. But our CBD actually, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I understand the oranges that you get yours from don't contain any pesticides or mycotoxins or GMOs.
That's right. There was actually a company that's done some extensive testing on our products, or the Pure Farm products. It's called the Clean Label Project. And we've gotten 3 awards, or they have gotten 3 awards, this Pure Farm CBD. One is the Purity Award, one is Pesticide-Free Certification, and another one is the THC-Free Award. So this is all, it's a very good environmental kind of story. It uses less than 1/100th the relative CO2 emissions of regular hemp farming, much less water, and the energy to produce it. So it's got a very eco-friendly, ecological footprint for making this.
So it's better for your customers and better for the environment.
Exactly. Well, one thing I must add to all this, it took us actually a couple of years before we actually found this and did the research on it. And the actual source, the raw product itself, is about 3.5 times more expensive than regular hemp CBD, which is all over the place. But we reckon it's this is my philosophy for doing a lot of things. If I want to do something, I want to do it right. I want to do it the best I can, and particularly when I'm delivering a product to a customer, I want that to be the best performing product that we can get our hands on, because that's essentially what's going to pay dividends down the road. And so that's our whole philosophy in doing things.
Nice. So it sounds like originally the product is designed for like golfers and other athletes, but it sounds like there's a lot of benefits to people of all ages and backgrounds.
That's right. Yeah. Initially, I'm going to be launching it in sort of the golfing market because I've got a background there, sort of a customer base. But it can be applied to all other athletes as well. My son plays collegiate rugby actually overseas, and I'm keen to get him and his teammates going on it too. But one other feature, James, I should mention about the product is they put it through what they call a nano emulsion process to make it nano size. So regular CBD, the size of the actual molecule is 1,000 to 2,000 nanometers in diameter. Okay, we put ours through a nano emulsion process, so it comes out at about 10 to 50 nanometers. So it's basically 50 to 100 times smaller than regular CBD. Now, why is that important? It's because to make it water soluble, if it's much smaller particle, it can be absorbed faster and more completely into your system. And
Nice.
That's the whole idea, to get a bigger bang for your buck, so to speak. Even on our website, we've got a chart showing the absorption rate they give people 2 different types of CBD, 10 milligrams of CBD. One is sort of a non-water soluble and our water soluble one. The 10 milligram serving, the regular CBD, they've absorbed 0.6 milligrams after 90 minutes. And the water soluble one, they're absorbing 8 milligrams. So 0.6 compared to 8 is like 12 or 13 times the absorption rate. So, you're just getting a bigger bang for your buck in terms of how much CBD is in it. And I mean, our product is we're selling in basically a 1 ounce shot, a 1 ounce gel shot packet, and it's got in that 1 ounce. There's 40 milligrams of citrus derived CBD. So you're getting a lot of value there for, that's the whole point, is to make it do something for people, right?
Exactly. So it sounds like it's very beneficial all the way around for your future clients. That, I mean, it sounds like with the focus and the calmness and just, I mean, there's a lot of really great benefits physically and emotionally, it sounds like.
Yeah. And the main thing is to, make people perform better. I mean, that's the whole key, is to, increase your focus, increase your energy, and increase your performance. Because when you're playing any sport, when you're competing, it all comes down to, pulling off the shots or the whatever the play is that you're playing, when the pressure's on. And this is why it really helps in all those areas. It's like tuning up your car, right? You want to make it perform the best it can.
Sounds great. Robert, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Before we let you go, where on social media, where on the web, where can we find out more about TuneUp?
Okay, our website is TuneUp-Energy.com. So it's just the regular spelling of TuneUp. We had to put a dash in there because I think a car company has got the other TuneUp.com. So TuneUp, you got to put a dash, energy.com. Twitter and Facebook will just be TuneUp-Energy. And that's the name of our company, and that's the name of our brand. TuneUp-Energy Gel is our new product. And we're really excited about it. It's going to be, hopefully, it's going to help people tune up. We say our slogan, Mark, is tune up your mind, tune up your body, tune up your game. So I would love it if people eventually use the slogan in the common vernacular of saying, are you tuned up today? Are you ready for the game, right? You got to tune yourself up. Are you tuned up? So hopefully that will work itself into the lexicon.
Sounds great. It's been a pleasure having you on the show today.
Okay, thanks so much, James.
Appliance Factory in Mattress Kingdom has products in stock and available to take home today. With 5 stores and almost 40 years in business, they are Ohio's appliance experts, and they help you to get the right product at the right price with a huge inventory. You can save 30 to 60% every day on everything from Bosch and Viking to LG, GE, and KitchenAid at unbeatable savings and in stock. Plus, Mattress Kingdom inside Appliance Factory has everything from Tempur-Pedic and Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Dream Cloud mattresses in stock. Stop by any one of Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom's 5 Ohio locations today, or visit online at appliancefactory.com.
Good morning, Dreamhouse Nation. James Lewis of TDH joining us from Suprizamals is Jamie Emick. Jamie, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So what are Suprizamals?
Suprizamals are our collectible plush in a blind ball. We've had them, I want to say they've been out now for 7-8 years. They've just been a huge hit. They are, we were one of the first to market with blind plush, and everybody else sort of followed suit. And, we were ahead of the curve on the blind packs and everybody chasing those collectibles. So Suprizamals is now on series, I think out in stores is series 13, coming out series 14. And, it's just a collectible blind pack plush.
That is awesome. So it really feels like the Beverly Hills Teddy Bear Company is always ahead of the curve.
Always. We really pride ourselves on being the innovators in plush. Plush itself is such a collectible, unique item that really holds, you think of your childhood and you think of your friend, it's such a storyteller for a childhood. We want to always put a spin on it and see how it is that we can innovate such a classic item to, children's childhood.
Oh, I mean, gosh, you guys have certainly done that. You've come up with so many creative things over the years. But yeah, the Suprizamals, I'm a big fan because, like you said, you're never sure what you're going to pull from there. It's kind of like back in the day when you opened a pack of baseball cards or different other collectible items that, you're like, what could this be? And then, you're just so excited. I know, my son, he loves opening them up, and just that look on his face, that reaction is totally priceless.
Yeah. And that's exactly what we wanted, was that element of surprise, that element of chasing, to go ahead, pull out your item, then take a look at the collector's guide that we provide inside of the ball. Right now, lists all of the series up to series 13. So you can go ahead. It's like to look through all of these and find which one you have. It's just really, it's an awesome, it's a frenzy that, just like you said, the baseball cards, it just creates that, which one did I get? Is it rare? Is it ultra rare? It's just super fun. And, people have stayed with us for so long, and new kids, we've been out for so long that it's almost like we're getting the younger generation now, into it. The older ones are staying with it. And I say kids, but it's also adults too. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. We've got adults as well that go and collect these also.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can imagine that there are, with, like you said, the 14th go around, that there are people that are, introducing these to their children.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, people start off like just with one of them. You get it in an Easter bag. You get it in a stocking for a stocking stuffer, and then there's so many more. There's I think we're close to 250 different characters now to go ahead and collect. It's just like, okay, well, I want, Christy the Crab from Series 2, and I want to go ahead and get Bill the Eagle from Series 6. It's just like finding these series, matching them up to the series collector's guide, and like finding that ultra rare. It's just so fun, and it's simple play, which is like very refreshing in such like a technology world.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Nowadays, everything's online, everything's computer based, but this is just something nice and tactile, something that you can hold in your hand and just appreciate.
Exactly. And there's something so special about that traditional play too. It gets the creative juices flowing. You go ahead and use your imagination. So it's great to see the way, like, we've got tons of influencers online, people and collectors that show us what they have. It's great to see how they collect them, where they store them, and then the storyline behind them and how they go ahead and play with them. It's just really, really fun to see.
Now, I been to a couple different conventions recently. I went to a horror convention, obviously not where you're going to see Squeezamals or Suprizamals. But when I was at the convention, I told somebody about how I was having you on the show, and they're like, you know what? They need to have a Suprizamals convention to be able to get all the fans together somewhere.
That would be so amazing. I'm sure we would have so many people. It's just, it's cool because you see from kids to adults, from our, holiday series to our, we have Halloween, Valentine's. To have all of that together is just really, really cool. And it's pretty impactful. Like, we started this with such a simple idea of like a surprise plush, and that it's developed into such a staple, like almost an evergreen for our company. That's how people know us, is because of Suprizamals. We're the blind ball plush company. And it'd be really cool to see everybody in one place with all of these different, designs, and to have that be a feature event.
That would be awesome. So obviously, it's a bit of it is how they feel, but I understand with Suprizamals, some of them are scented.
Not with Suprizamals. That's our other brand, that's Squeezamals. But I do think that you've got something there. Maybe that would be a new series that we would go ahead and potentially do.
Oh, cool. I get points on that one. Just kidding.
We'll name one after you. How's that?
Oh, that's even better. So why are Suprizamals so popular?
It's just that collectability. To get a plush this size with the amount of detail and the quality that we really pay attention to, you get something this small usually, and it just doesn't have the features that we include. So it's just something really small, easy to carry around, and then it's got that impact of surprise. So yeah, it's just super adorable plush.
Is it because they're so collectible and so popular that makes them so hard to find?
Our fans, I'll call them our customers, our fans. because at this point, if you're with us through all of these series, you're fans. They literally, when there is a release, we have videos of people running into the stores and showing us grabbing it off of the shelf, and then doing unboxing videos online with these. This is so popular. They really eat through our supplies fairly quickly, which is amazing. But it does have that downside of trying to find these items. And then the other aspect of that is that, there's common ones, and then there's rare, ultra rare, and like limited edition ones.
Mm-hmm.
So some of them are just very, like a diamond edition. We only made so many of them. So if you land one of those, you're probably one of few that found those in the collections.
That is awesome. So who are some of the Suprizamals?
Oh my goodness, there are so many. When you go and buy the Suprizamals ball, inside of it, there is a collector's guide that goes through Series 1 through Series 13 in our special edition. And then that doesn't even include then our like holiday series as well. So if we're talking like Series 1 going all the way back, then you've got Skip, who's a little blue dog that is a rare. You've got a mystery plush in all of them that is not on the collector's guide. There's just so many. My favorite is probably Series 2 and Lucky. It's the Dalmatian dog, just because he looks like my old dog, Duncan. So, yeah.
That is so cool. And then, so what do we have coming out the rest of this year and going into next year?
Oh, we're so excited. So we just brought out our Suprizamals food series. So this is, we're getting away from the animals a little bit, but we are still continuing that. But we have our new Suprizamals food, and inside of that you can find things like an avocado, Sally the shrimp, Bill the burger, but my favorite is Poppy the pretzel. It's just so cute. Again, paying attention to that detail to make a plush this size and out of a pretzel. It's just, it turned out amazing. Our creative team is just phenomenal with what they keep putting out.
So what is the biggest Suprizamal?
The biggest, like the size of it?
Size, yeah. Like, do you have any that are like, how they come in the little balls? What would be cool is if there was like one that was 6 foot tall or something crazy.
Well, that would be very hard to deliver to your home, or to go and find that in Target. That would be a really, really big ball. Right now, I would say the largest one that we have is our Mama and Baby, and it's a 2-pack. And
cool.
So each ball features a mom and then a baby version, which is super adorable.
That is awesome. So it sounds like there are so many great things going on with Suprizamals. Before we let you go, where on social media, where on the web, where can we learn more about Suprizamals?
Yeah, you can go to plush.com. That's our website to direct you over to Suprizamals. And then Suprizamals can be found on both Facebook and on Instagram. But it's Suprizamals with a Z, not an S.
Awesome. Well, it has been a pleasure having you on the show today.
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me.
Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom has products in stock and available to take home today. With 5 stores and almost 40 years in business, they are Ohio's appliance experts, and they help you to get the right product at the right price with a huge inventory. You can save 30 to 60% every day on everything from Bosch and Viking to LG, GE, and KitchenAid at unbeatable savings and in stock. Plus, Mattress Kingdom inside Appliance Factory has everything from Tempur-Pedic and Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and DreamCloud mattresses in stock. Stop by any one of Appliance Factory and Mattress Kingdom's 5 Ohio locations today, or visit online at appliancefactory.com.
That wraps it up for this week's show. Hope you can join us again next week for this Dream House. This has been James Lewis. Enjoy your weekend.